Lead to a 3rd and 12.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break.
Tie
That's a straight
games.
catch.
Second quarter,
They've
Friday
really been
night
targeting the
football.
tight end.
Yeah, I'm gonna win this game. The Ravens, the Packers, the Ravens. Lamar
The
Jackson
Packers on
with 50
3rd
touchdowns.
down.
Jordan Love
They've
with
hit 2
12
for 4
touchdowns
thus
tonight.
far. This is 3rd
It's
down
tie
and
game.
12.
3rd and 12.
Throwing. Love. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. Deontay Hardy deep for Baltimore. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
It's 25 attempts. Perfect completion.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And
Drew
Charles,
Brees.
the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well.
Maybe 26.
Well, this is taken in.
He got
It's complete. And he'll take this
Flowers
to the other side of
with the
midfield
catch.
before going out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in
Drew
this first
Brees,
half, and with good
Jackson.
reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful
the
defensively.
record of
Just too hard to keep him under
26
wraps. He delivers
completions.
a big play here for this
Perfect
offense.
completions in a game. In a single game. Here's tonight here on Friday Night Football.
Now here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's just the second quarter. Still got more football to go. The 3rd and the 4th.
Play action. Now Jackson.
He's got him again. That's 27.
And he's going to be out of
And
bounds
Flowers
here.
again with another
Down
catch. Back-to-back
inside the
catches
10.
for Flowers.
It's a
Back
big
completion
play there
for Lamar
Baltimore.
Jackson.
41 yards. And with a yardage gained on that
God,
last
that's your
reception,
money.
he is now in the NFL record books, folks. The all-time record for most receiving yards in a single game belongs to him.
More football Saturday.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson,
Lamar.
an 8-yard
Holy
touchdown
shit with the
run.
touchdown.
And the
Killing
Ravens
that
have
shit.
taken the lead.
You ain't catching him.
This defense, so many things to worry about in
Pick
the
it
red
off.
zone area, but
To
you'd
the
have to
Jets.
almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. Second quarter down to the scoreboard, and you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around. A short throw to Musgrave. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no.
What a hit.
And it leads to a 4th down.
Here we go.
They're going to try and throw. Flushed out right. And he will have 1st down.
CTE, man. Shit.
Down at the 41. They've
God,
been
that
twice
died.
already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
There's one thing they are lacking in is
1st down.
confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
And they'll send Watson in motion right. Here's Love. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
27 completions. No interceptions. How the hell you find that?
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
And fumble the ball.
Fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again.
Oh my God.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that will get a right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They go play action with Jackson. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven 1st.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
In motion, Aguilar.
Quick strike
Quick by Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from 4 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Yet another trip to the end zone, and that last one, a bit of history. He has now broken the NFL record for most receiving touchdowns in a single game. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down on the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way. Get to the half. Kind of reboot. Start over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the second quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go bootleg. Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Doubs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Love now. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Love looking to throw it. He's got the hookup with Doubs. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd down and 3. Counter play with Jacobs. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now Love. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
To throw now, here's Love. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Here's Jacobs. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Jacobs again. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2. Here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pick up there, good for a Raven first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Jackson completes it to Aguilar. He's got room at the 30, and he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Nice.
Aguilar in motion left. Jackson now. It's caught by Aguilar. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Complete to Likely. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5 and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Jackson from the shotgun.
There's it.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Time of 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Another one.
And they will score. Touchdown. He goes 81 yards on the kickoff return. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Again, help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it's unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both your pins in this last My bad, Parker.
Hey, that's okay. And just in the time they went for 2.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use it? They're going to take a timeout defensively. So coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Jaden Reed is deep for Green Bay. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. I wonder if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement. The official. But they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
Got it. 26,
So we've
121.
reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath
We're at
as we'll
halftime.
head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The Ravens were led in that first half by who else? The former MVP, Lamar Jackson. He had a half of the ages. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
It's 5-point game. Baltimore. Green Bay. They want to shout.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Let's see what happens here in the second round. They continue. High Jackson making history and making like 30 conversions and passing Drew Brees' record. And looking to win this game. Yeah, first game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6. Jackson going to keep it running right. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throwing to start the drive. Love on the out route. Dobbs brings it in. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Glove. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 45. That last catch, a big one, folks. He's now gone over 300 yards receiving in this game. It is a game for the ages. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Throwing. Love. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play action this time with Love. Caught on the right side. Reed. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender. Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A short throw to Musgrave. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down. It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down. But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. On play action. Love to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Love. Able to find the... That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed, 44 yards. And the Packers have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. And that touchdown, his 5th touchdown grab of the game, and that ties him with Jerry Rice from 1990, Kellen Winslow Sr. from 1981, and Bob Shaw back in 1950 for the most receiving touchdowns in a single NFL contest. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone.
29, 126.
To a field goal. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
What?
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Justice Hill.
What?
And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown.
Justice Hill.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now once again, the Ravens will go for 2.
Touchdown.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Roquan Smith, his 2nd sack of the night. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. On now is the... As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hardy set to return. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drive. There he goes, left side. He's into the clear again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 74 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Love, he has it complete. Watson, down to the 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 69 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Love throwing for it. He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 49 yards. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. There he goes, right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, 59 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Rolling to his right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. The Baltimore Raven offense returns, and we see wide receiver Rashad Bateman bringing him out. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though?
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Now Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 52 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Throwing is Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Love. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Now he's loose again. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed, 59 yards. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. He sort of just keeps chipping away at this defense. Hasn't had a spectacular game, but here in the 3rd quarter that they've known all game long that he's there.
He's the type of guy that frustrates you if you're playing defense, because when you think you've taken away something or you think you've got him in check, he comes up with another catch, the chains move, or he finds a way to get it to the end zone. He's that guy that drives you crazy, and offenses love him.
He's hoping to drive him more crazy here coming up. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. He's across. end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 66 yards. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Here comes the offense again. Let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Says a lot.
Love from the gun. He finds his man, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 46 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. Love going to throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offense has spent a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore Raven offense returns, and we see wide receiver Rashad Bateman bringing him out. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. So far, solid, and we're still in the third quarter.
And there's nothing wrong with solid. You want to be that. You want to be reliable. You want to be a guy that puts your team in a position to have a chance to win. And that's what we're seeing from him.
And he's free going. It's a foot race, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar, 66 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll buy some time right. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it in practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these two-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for two and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on two-point plays as well.
Love now. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. To throw now, here's Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. Takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for two. Love throwing for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on two-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on two-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Jackson. Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Play action. It's Jackson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. The Ravens send their punter out now.
Shit.
Goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Reed. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Throwing. Love. This complete to the tight end. Tucker. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tucker Kraft, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Henry's got it out on the left side. Now inside the 25. Into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 64 yards. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Love. He finds his man. That's Reed. There he goes again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 59 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Eluding the pressure right. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. There he goes left side. To the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 59 yards. And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Kicking team.
And Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
Here's Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he's free going down the left side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tucker Kraft, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. They'll try and throw for it. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And there he goes again. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Ravens. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Love looking to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Trenton Simpson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Off the play fake, Love. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. Through the middle of the field. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Luke Musgrave, 66 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. Love throwing for it. Flush to, and now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this 3rd quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep first downs.
There he goes, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 72 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Love. This is caught. It's Chris.